Hi, Mila Yadanak. Hey, mate, it's Aussie feeling. How you doing? Good, mate, good. Now listen, when are you going to come to your senses and finally sign for me at Western United? What do you mean you're in Russia? Come home, mate. Wait, does Putin have you? Cough if you need help. What do you mean you signed for CSKA Moscow? Ah, that was stupid, wasn't it? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 2 of Western United, and we may not have signed Mile Jedinak, but we did make 2 signings. So I'll have a quick look at those first. First up, young goalkeeper here, Nick Sumin. You can see very, very highly rated potential-wise. He's already a decent enough level. He's not too far away, so he'll make a nice backup, I think. We needed a third-choice goalkeeper in any case, just to be safe, I think. So we got him in next. It was a free transfer, £500 a week. That's the league minimum, I believe. Yeah, I think he's fine. Good jumping reach, good acceleration, so we can play him as a sweeper keeper as well. You can see it all there for yourself. I think he'll do a good job as a backup. 19 years old, he's capped at the under 23 level, so he's sort of ahead of schedule on that front as well. Pretty happy to have him in as a backup. And the other one, now we needed a left back. We have got in a left back, Ali Abbas. Now it says he's Iraqi. He's played in Australia before. I recognise him from Sydney FC. So he is actually Australian as well. So he doesn't count as a foreign player. He just counts as a domestic player, which is good. We can see there he's decent enough defensively. He's good getting forward. He'll do for this year. He's on a 1-year contract, so he'll get the job done. And if you have a look at his career here, you can see he's played in the A-League for most of his career. So there's not too much for us to worry about there. And as you can see, Sydney FC, I wouldn't go as far as to say legend, but certainly a regular for his time at the club. So, really, really good to sort of fixed up that left-back problem. Now, we didn't sign Jelinek, as I said, and that turned into a bigger problem because right before literally the last friendly, Connor Chapman had gone and damaged his spine, which doesn't sound great, I'll be honest. So 3 to 5 months. Now, the season's about 6 months, so that's almost a season ender before the season's even started. He was very much supposed to be our man in sort of defensive midfield, anchor man, defensive midfielder, halfback role, deep line playmaker, just sit in there and sort of protect the back four. We don't really have anybody else to do that role. I had a quick look around to try and find somebody else, but it was so late in the day. I mean, we're talking, October-ish. Signings are done. Free transfers are gone. So that is a massive, massive loss for us. Oh, he did go to South Korea for a bit. I should probably look at his career here, shouldn't I? So he did go to South Korea for a season. Okay, so there we go. So we don't have Connor Chapman. So today we are going to get our season underway away against Wellington Phoenix and at home to Perth Glory. Now, Perth Glory, I think, if I remember back to last year, end of last season, I think they're the defending champions. Or are they? No, City won it last year. Who won it last year? It's an easy way to tell, isn't there? We'll go to a regular season and have a look. Now, let's have a quick look at the season preview now that we are going to get out everything underway here. Now, do we have the season preview? Where's season preview this year? Maybe it's not there. Sponsorship income, Melbourne Victory leading the way. We are very much down the bottom of that. Hopefully that will pick up. Why is there no season preview? Past positions? No, that surprises me. That's something that I've learnt this version of the game that is somewhere else. Surely they would have kept that, wouldn't they? No, maybe not. Holders Perth Glory, there we go. Now, they won the regular season. I have a feeling that Sydney FC won the playoffs last year. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm getting very, very sidetracked here. Let's not worry about that. As I said, so it's Wellington and it's Perth Glory. First up, it's Wellington. We go to New Zealand. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the atrocity that is this away jersey. That is disgusting. I mean, it's different. It's different. We'll be nice and say it's different. So what are we up against here? We're not the favourites for this one. It's our first ever game as a club. Ufuk Talay is the opposition manager. Australian international. I think he played for Australia, didn't he, a couple of times? No, just at youth football. Okay, I thought he did. Sydney FC as well, another alumni of the great club. But they're a cautious, direct playing style. Analysis report here, we can see we're expecting a 4-4-2. Gary Hooper plays for them. Will be a name familiar to most of us. That's probably it as far as familiar names outside of Australia goes. You can see they do like to attack down the wings. So we've noted that. Key passes there. This is a friendly against the university team, so let's not get too carried away with that, but we do see a lot of direct balls in there. So let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. The first ever team of Who are we? Western United. So it's Kurto in goal. I did have a look at upgrading him, to be honest, but we could have got a slightly better goalkeeper. It would have cost us a little bit more than we were going to get in the transfer fee, and the wages were going to be significantly higher. So he's sufficient for this season. I'm hoping we'll get 2 seasons out of this save, out of the beta. So he'll do for this year, and then we can look to upgrade for next year. We're going to give our young left back the start for this one. He's higher potential, so I think, we think we need to give him some game time. Why is it doing that? It's going to be Gollum at one of the centre backs. He's done okay in pre-season. I shouldn't show you pre-season. I'll show you pre-season in a second. He's done okay. His attributes are probably the best, so we'll go with him, and we'll go with Astro Aspropatus. I don't know. Jonathan. We'll go with Jonathan as the other centre-back. A higher potential player as well, so we'll stick with him. Now, we do have Josh Risdon and Ali Abbas missing on international duty. But the best thing about the A-League is that always the first round international players are missing. It's absolutely moronic that they put the first round on during an international break, but that's what they do. So we're going to go with our young Dylan Peraris at right back for this one. Dario Zhertek comes in to play as a deep line playmaker. I mean, it's him, or the only other option I think we really have is Durante. Now, he's less natural in the position, but I think he can do it. He's got decent enough passing, positioning, so I think it'll be between those two to kind of fill in for Chapman for this season. Pasquale is going to play in midfield for us, another good young player, only 19 years old, and Burgess as well comes in for this one. Again, I think he's a decent enough. I think his star rating's a little bit low, to be honest. Diamanti, our Italian captain, goes in to play in the number 10 role. Hopefully he'll run the show for us out there. And we go with Bershit Berisha. I hate this man with a passion because he's played for Melbourne Victory for a long time, and that's just what happens. But let's hope he gets some goals for us. And Scott McDonald, 26 caps, 0 goals. He's 36. He's coming home. A bit like myself, and let's see what he can do. And then the bench, we'll go through the bench as if and when we. There's only 5 of them, so we've already seen Sumin. He's on the bench. Hamill is on the bench, a backup. He can play right back and centre back. Durante, because he can play centre back, and I'm wanting to come in and play the DM role for us. We've got this guy. We need to come up with some nicknames here, don't we? Theo as a backup midfielder, and another. We've got Jesus Christ, both those names. Stematopoulos as a backup striker. We're a little thin in midfield, I'll be honest. We're also missing Kone as well. That's the other midfielder that's missing. So that's why we look very thin in midfield. And then Connor Payne and Ural aren't going to get a start for this one. Pre-season's gone okay. You can see we're getting better as the longer it goes on. We haven't played much, in all honesty. Dynamics as well. Team cohesion is not great. Everything else is looking good, though. So it's going to be a rough start to the year while team cohesion builds up. But let's see how we go. So look at this, all debutants, obviously being the first game for the club. Not too many changes there for Wellington. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough start to the year. Although I do note that in real life, they've actually got off to quite the start. I think they beat Melbourne Victory earlier today in what is maybe or maybe not a Melbourne derby. What do we want to say to this? I can show you the coaching staff. We've got new coaching staff in as well. All right, so what do we say? Go out there and impress me today. Go out there and enjoy yourselves. It's the club's first ever game. Go out there and enjoy it, boys. Let's just keep it calm. Some calm, we have faith. And I'm excited for this. I'm really excited. And here we go. Now, I don't know if this is an issue that I was just having previously, or if it's an issue with the beta of my settings, but I found that the match engine's a little bit jumpy. Let me know if you guys have found sort of a similar thing. Hopefully, it will be okay. I mean, it's only the beta, so it's not. I'm sure it'll be. If it is the game, I'm sure it will be cleared up, ready for the proper release. But yeah, I played a couple of friendlies last night just to kind of see how everything was going to work. And yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned that it's well, I don't know what it is, but we'll see the longer this goes on here. If we ever get a highlight, we will see. I do just have key highlights on, but yeah, that is not the start to the season perhaps that we wanted. What do we say to that? I mean, it wasn't as a first ever game for the club, it wasn't horrible, was it? So let's go, baby. A little bit of passionate. We've been the better team. Happy. Go out there, give the fans their money. There's nothing here I want to say. You've been unlucky so far. I don't know what to say to that. I'm happy with how you're going. I mean, we've defended well. Let's just go unlucky. Yeah, it's always difficult, isn't it? First game or two in charge to know exactly what to say. But because we don't know what to expect from players. We don't know if they're able to play these roles that we're trying them in. Yeah, I mean, literally everything is new. So, I mean, if we were to go away from home in our first ever game as a club and pick up a point now, Wellington Phoenix, I know, are not the strongest team. So, it's not necessarily a good point on the road, as it would be against, one of the other Melbourne teams perhaps, or one of the Sydney teams, or Adelaide, or most of the other teams. I could run through the rest of the league. But here we go. We get a first look at a highlight. We get to see this abomination of a jersey. Let me know what you think. I don't like it. But maybe it's one of those that, no, it wouldn't even look good on the field. It's too much, isn't it? It's too loud. There's too much going on there. All right, what's going to happen here? They're moving us around a little bit, and our goalkeeper, Kurto, makes a decent save, to be honest. So not the start to the second half we perhaps wanted. Let's give it a demand more here. Parkhouse knocks in the corner. Oh, and we've got away with one there. I did. Can we hit them on the break? We haven't got much pace up front. We've got two senior citizens up there. Barisha's done really well there. Is this highlight going to continue? No, it's not. Yeah, I mean, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I have worked on set pieces. I don't know exactly what we're going to get. How is McDonald at 36 looking nervous up front? All right, we need to do something here, don't we? Let's look for the overlaps. And I wonder if we... Let's try and... let's just look for the overlaps for now. I don't want to change too much too early. You know what I mean? I just want to kind of see exactly how we do. We probably don't need that, do we? Because they're not playing out from the back. Do we need to make a change up front? Show some passion here, boys. That's not working, is it? All right, so McDonald is a nervous striker, is about as useful as tits on the ball, as they say, isn't it? So let's get rid of him. We'll bring on young Stamantopoulos. And that's pretty much all we have for changes, isn't it? Young left back isn't having the best game of his life, which is a shame. Obviously, Ali Abbas wasn't an option for this game, so there's not much we could do about that. Looks like it's another highlight where we're going to be forced to defend to start with. Can we do it? Oh, too much space, edge of the area. It's bouncing around. He can't miss. And we've gone down to a bit of a crappy goal, in all honesty. It was just pinballs in there. And yeah, that's not the start we were looking for, is it? Let's have another look. What happened here is a shot was deflected off one, off two. It's a decent save. And yeah... There's not too much we could do about that, really. Now Barisha's looking anxious. Come on, boys. You're experienced A-League players up there, and you're letting me down. You're letting me down. All right, here we go. Can we get something going here? I'm wondering if maybe we want to look to exploit the middle, perhaps, where we have Diamanti. Here we go. This actually looks like it could be a Western United highlight. Here we go. Come on, look at us pinging it around like a young Barcelona team. There's a decent ball out there, looking for the overlap for Perez, our young... It's a good ball in. Oh, it's headed away. It's there for Diamanti. Oh, what a strike from Alessandro Diamanti. Captain, hero, courageous, whatever you want to call it. That's 1-1, and Diamanti has plucked one out of the top drawer. Have some of that. It's another... it was a decent ball in, headed away. Look at Diamanti. Not even a touch. Just first time. Have that. 1-1. That is what we wanted to see from Diamanti. That's why I love him as a player. He's horrible. He's one of those players that's so frustrating in real life, because if he's not brilliant, he's just an absolute waste of space. But here we go again. Here we go again. Square it. We're queuing up. Wait, oh, he's gone himself. You muppet. You absolute hog. We're going to have to tie him up and have a spit roast after that. A hog roast. Oh! Koto. It's opened up this game. What has happened since we got since they scored and we went more attacking? It's just really opened up the game. Is there still a highlight to be had here? Yeah, we know he's not the best getting forward. He's switched the play there. It's hacked clear. Oh, what have we done? What have we done? What have we done? We've clocked off. Oh, don't make it. Don't keep us there. It's simple. All right, this is a long old highlight now. And there's still 2 minutes to go, so there's still time for something to happen. He gets rid. It's a decent ball over there for our left back. Can he do something with it? Oh, no, he can't. He's losing out. He's not ready, is he? He's not ready. He's a defensive defensive fullback, I should say. That looks already as though it's going to be a problem for us. And what is that? That's broken. Oh, no. No. I tell you what, there is no way on this planet that Seb Royal could ever do that. Let's push forwards. No, not first time. I'm not having that. That's broken. Report the bug. Right backs do not volley the ball first time from 35 yards out. That's broken. There's just no way. Oh, what a piss off that is. 93rd minute as well. There's absolutely no way that's happening. I'm going to say that's unlucky. There's just no way. Maybe a world-class right back could do that, but not Seb Ryle. I mean, he's not the best footballer in his family, I would doubt it. I'm sorry. He's decent, but he's not doing that. Diamante scores a wonder goal, and it means nothing at the end of the day because we've gone down to that absolute barnstorming goal. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back. We'll host Perth Glory next. We'll get our first home game underway. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. It's our first home game. We are hosting Perth Glory. We are the favourites for this one, which is maybe a little bit surprising. We can see the league table there. Perth won their first game by a single goal, it looks like, possibly against Melbourne City, Central Coast, or Brisbane Roar, but we'll never know. But there we go, actually. It's there at the bottom. It's probably against Melbourne City. Actually, no, there's an easy way to tell this. There we go, against Brisbane Roar. I'm a moron sometimes, I know. So we're up against, it's a Tony Popovich coach team. And they are a balanced, direct style. And the analysis report here, we're expecting them in a sort of a very defensive 4-3-3, I guess you could call that. Again, like to attack down the wings. I think that could be a theme of Australian football. Maybe that's why I like to do it as well. Get it down and whip it in the box, boys. We can see there their heat maps. Again, it all goes down the wings, doesn't it? Passing network. You can see they do like to play out from the back a little bit. So we'll have to make note of that. And then key passes. Just they like a long pass, basically, don't they? This is the team we're sending out, and before I forget, let's prevent goalkeeper if we can. Basically the same team. The two changes that you would expect at fullback. Ali Abbas, actually there's three changes. Ali Abbas comes in to play left back. We saw that their youngster, we need attacking fullbacks in this formation. He doesn't have that in his locker. And Josh Risdon is back from a Socceroos duty as well, so he'll come in to play down the right. And the other change is Kone, our Greek legend, our Greek god, has come back in to play in midfield as well. Otherwise, it's the same team. Let's hope for a different result. So there we go. They are indeed very... Now, they're very wide, the player icons here, aren't they? Anyway, I wonder if that means they're going to be like hugging the touchline. I wonder if there's anything to be said for that. I don't think it is, though. James Meredith, formerly of Bradford City, might be a familiar name to somebody out there. Might be, might not be. Anyway, let's have a look and what are we going to say here. Enjoy it today, boys. Enjoy it. Let's get some passion. Come on, boys. Fire up. We've got home fans in here. Let's go and give these home fans a little bit of a show. Hopefully not a horror show as well. I still cannot believe that Seb Ryle goal. That was outrageous. A little bit of a crowd in. Not much, it looks like, judging by that first walkout highlight there. Let's give it a get creative as the highlight starts. Red card ready. Playing in goal for Perth. He was Parramatta Power, got sent off for punching somebody. So he's always been red card ready since then. Lumped one over the top. We should get... No, we're just going to... You know what? Just let him walk in. That's fine, boys. That's fine. We don't need to mark him. Who was that? Josh Risdon. Typical. Absolutely typical. I don't know what he's thinking there. He's in a decent position. And he just stops. I don't like blaming the game. And it is a beta, of course, so we've got to bear that in mind. But... Did that look a little bit broken to anybody else? That looked like maybe an issue. I mean, the players don't... I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they do just stop. Who knows? But looking anxious now. We've dominated the game, which is really, really frustrating. Why can't our right backs fire them in from 30 yards and then their right backs can be the ones that stuff it up? All right, here we go with Meredith. What's he got here? Laser ball in there for Killer. He's actually... They signed him on loan from Stoke. Young Australian defensive mid. If I'd known Chapman was going to go down, then I possibly would have made a signing for him. Okay, we're going to have to go and tell our fullbacks to go and mark here, aren't we? Because they've got one down each wing now, and that is absolutely killing us. So, yeah. All right, have we come back for a highlight? Let's hope so. Here we go, Ali Abbas, a first look for him. It's Kone. He spreads the play nicely for Risdon getting forward. All right, this is what we want to see. Come on, boys. Pasquale, back up for Risdon. Is he offside? No, he's staying on Bashisha. Oh, it's there, McDonald. Oh, it's got Barisha. Oh, come on, boys. Little bit of composure here. Perth are a decent team, but we're making them, I think, look a little bit better than they are. Throw in. It's there. Kone knocks it down. Can Ali Abbas gets McDonald. Can he find someone in the middle? Come on, mate. Use your experience. He finds Kone. Where's overlapping Ali Abbas? Come on. Let's get something in the box. It's good. It's built up. It's Barisha. Oh, how has he missed that? Burst it, Barisha. Come on, dude. That is... I could have scored that. You should be looking frustrated, mate. That was a sitter. Push forward. Come on. Oh, we've been unlucky, haven't we? We've been the better team this half, and if we go in 3-0 down, I just might rage quit. Ali Abbas. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, a little bit of luck. Finally, something from the opposition doesn't just fly into the back of our net. Well, there we go. We've dominated that half, essentially, and we find ourselves 2-0 down. It was. I'm going to say it's unlucky, boys. It's unlucky. We've been the better team. Yeah, I mean, let me know if you disagree in the comments. I feel like, I mean, match stats, obviously, I'm talking about, not necessarily from what we've seen in terms of highlights. So what we've seen, basically, is Josh Risdon not follow a run, and Ali Abbas not follow a run. That's essentially what's happened. Show some passion here, boys. Come on. We've got a serious problem at left back, don't we? And the transfer window's closed as well. There's nothing we can do about it. Maybe with time and stuff, I don't know, training, we'll get a little bit better now. As I think Jonathan's won that. Barisha, who, let's face it, Barisha should have had at least one, if not two. Jurtak, who is playing in that role that we'd rather him be a little bit further forward, I think. But again, with that Connor Chapman injury, we've kind of got our hands tied. Here we go with Ali Abbas now. What can he do? He's lumped one forward. It's headed away, and it's going to come back the other way now. I start to wonder a little bit if there's maybe something we need to change. Okay, the goalkeeper better get that. Oh my god, that's broken. That's broken. If I'm tempted to clip this and just send this whole game to SI and be like, guys, no. I mean, like, what can you do? What can you do? This is what was wrong with FM19 before they fixed it, and that's really, really poor. That's really, really poor. Well, we might as well give some game time to players. There's no point wasting this. I mean, McDonald's not had a great game again, but is it just the fact he hasn't had chances? I want to give Durante a chance in this role, just see if he can play it. Yeah, we'll keep a sub up our sleeves just in case. But sorry, guys. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, it's a bit of a piss off, isn't it? Really. Maybe the second one, the second goal, I'd say maybe that's feasible. But the other two, it's just no. If we're looking for positives, Gollum's had a good game. I mean, we have dominated the game. They've had 4 shots on goal. They've scored 3 of them. So we're going to have to be aggressive. I mean, yeah. So Perth Glory go top. Kone makes his debut along with Risdon, Ali Abbas, and Durante. I mean, we've got to remember too, things will get better as the dynamics get better. But yeah, that's been really, really frustrating. That late goal against Wellington's ruined our day there, and then just an absolute, yeah, let's not dwell on it. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I can only apologize. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. If you're just discovering the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll be back tomorrow. Of course, we're doing an episode every day for the beta. And we'll come back, I think, for Sydney FC at home and Melbourne Victory at home. It's probably the 2 dominant teams. I don't think I'm being biased putting Sydney FC in that. Certainly of recent seasons, the 2 dominant teams in the country. So we'll come back for that. And let's hope that we've done a little bit better in the games in between. Until next time, guys, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.